Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I've got something to show you. A lot of you have been asking, Tim, where's this gonna go? Tim, where's that gonna go? Freedom Weekend's almost here. How are you gonna fit 100 people here? Well, I just created a Facebook private event, and there's over 50 different people invited, okay? Now, a lot of those people have kids and everything. Not all 50 people will come, so we could have up to 100 or so people here. Where are they gonna park? Where are they gonna sleep? Where are they gonna eat? Let's find out today, okay? So right now we're at Grandma Carol's, and Grandma Carol's, not much activity is gonna be going on up here, okay? So right where the big F-250 is parked, right here, that's where White Rock is gonna put their camper. They've done that before, and they're gonna tap into electricity over there. Now you gotta remember, the Ridge crib won't be there during Freedom Weekend. I'm gonna be moving up to the Ridge here very, very soon, in the next week. So White Rock will be parked right here, and I believe Pops, you guys know Pops is gonna be park his camper right there. So Pops and White Rock should be the only ones here at Grandma Carol's. Now, we may have some overflow parking or something over here, but I'm pretty much gonna shut that down. Now you can tell I've got some mowing to do. I didn't want to mow too soon. It's been raining and everything just get muddy and rutted up, but I definitely need to mow before it gets too late. So I'm probably gonna do a mow this weekend or early this week to get it mowed down. And then I'll do one final mow just before Freedom Weekend. So we've got some e-bikes. We'll have those for everybody to run up and down. I got the Moon Cool trike, and we've also got the Fucare fat tire bike. So we'll have lots of, I have a four-wheeler, I got the side-by-side, so we'll have lots of transportation for people that aren't as mobile. I know Elvis. Now, that's one funny thing is if Pops parks his camper over there, he has to know that Elvis is right there. So if he don't like the rooster crowing, he may want to park someplace else. Yeah, so let's just say we have 100 people. Okay, so, and let's say there's 50 cars. Let's say 50 different groups come, so 50 different cars. Where are we gonna park all those cars? Now, I could have, so the entrance to the property is right down there. I could have some parking in this area right here, okay? It's, I'll have it mowed. It's got lots of good grass. People can just pull in there and then pull right back on the road. I don't really want many people going up there to Grandma Carol's though. That'd just be White Rock and Pops. I'll basically have a no parking sign or no, right here. So no, I did order a bunch of signs, so I can have some parking right here. That's a pretty good area, not too wet unless they get farther back over there. Come up here to the S curve. Again, all the storms we've had so much debris and stuff. I gotta clean all this out. You can see the Ridge Creek is still lightly flowing. Got water going through there. You can see a little bit of water flow. Sounds wonderful. But here, come up through the S curve. There's the road up to my place. So what I'm gonna have to do, the entrance is right over there. I'm gonna make parking all along there. So I'll have signs that says parking, this will be the overflow parking. It's a good long walk to up there, but I'll have the side-by-side and can take people back and forth. I got the two-seater, so it will hold 6 people probably. So I'll have overflow parking right there. I'm gonna have all this bush hogged, okay? This is fairly level ground right here. So campers and tent campers can be all right here. They can be along that tree line over there. It's a little more shady. Of course, we have these big pines they can camp under. I'll have this whole area here cut as well. Now, you gotta remember, the bees are right around the corner over there. I don't think too many people wanna camp right up on the bees. There is some nice shady area over there, but also it's, remember I got that creek that runs down from the ridge down through there and keeps that really, really wet. That's where I'm gonna do that pond. So it's very, very wet over there. But all this area right here would be really nice for camping and tent campers and campers, camper trailers. Come on up, you can see there's the bees over there. I am gonna make sure I tell all the kids and the parents, do not go up in the tree stands. I've got all these tree stands all around the property, and they are loosened up for summer. Trees grow, in case y'all didn't know. Water melts or water freezes heat rises and trees grow. So I loosen up the straps and stuff late winter, early summer, or spring, so the trees can grow and the tree stands, the straps don't pop. So I definitely don't want any of the kids up in the tree stands. Now I've got trails through the woods around there, so kids that bring e-bikes and four-wheelers and stuff, they can stay on the trails and have a safe, fun time. Along Sanford and Son Road here, you see I got my big 20-foot equipment trailer, and it is a little bit wet over there. I've got to fix this ditch a little bit because it's doing its job, but it's starting to get a little wild. I need to get a shovel, or I really don't have time to get the backhoe on right now. But it was creating its own little ditch, but you can see the silt starting to pile up in some areas, and right up here it's starting to go over the road just a little bit, but you can see what that looks like. Right up here is where see how it kind of winds. I think I need to get a shovel and just shovel that, because right here it comes through, and it goes that way, but it goes really fast, starts coming this way across the road there. So I just need to shovel that out a little bit. All right, coming up to the ridge, and I'll have signs for all this. It's a good little walk. It's when David did this, remember, from Come On Homestead, and he was winded halfway up. I'm gonna get a little winded myself. Man, guys, every day I have been on it, working on the solar carport, working on the gravel, and just day after day after day. And it's starting to take its toll on me a little bit. I wake up in the morning, I'm sore, I'm stiff, and then I just got to get back at it. But I got to take a day off eventually, sometime between now and Freedom Weekend, just to let it relax, let it recover. All right, so we come up to the ridge. Let's see here. We can see what it looks like. Okay, so it's pretty flat up there, where we did the dirt work, and then it slopes down here. It slopes right there. What I can do, that's real soft. Okay, that's real soft. So if we get any rain at all, that is soft, because all that silt that runs down from up there builds up right there, and so it's why it got really nice grass right there. But so what we're going to do is I'll have signs, again, where to park, where not to park. But I think all along here, right? All along here, that's nice and solid right there, not over there. But all along here, along the front, parking. People can just pull in. Now I've got this ditch right there. I don't want them driving through the ditch right there. Yeah, but you can get tons of people parking along there. We'll walk over here in just a second, and I'll tell you what's going on over there. But yeah, we can see what this looks like. Yeah, so people can just back in, all the way around there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tons and tons of cars right there. And there's grass. There's a little bit of dirt right there, from the dirt work I did, but there's grass. They shouldn't get stuck. You can see the silt is still coming down through here. I'm so glad I built this gravel up. I am going to have to box blade that out a little bit more. You can see all this silt building up. It's just still washing down from all that dirt work I just did up there, smoothing that out. But yeah, that silt builds up right here. But I'm so glad I built this gravel up. Otherwise, it could have been a bad day. All right, so we're coming up to where all the work's been done. So what we got is I'm gonna have the food truck park right there. Okay, so the truck driver can pull up right here, back their trailer, or they can just drive their truck straight down over there. But have the food truck park right here, and this will all be covered with solar panels, right? So that's all covered with solar panels. So if the food truck positions with the window this way, people can be, if it's sprinkling or something, people come up under the shade here, order their food, and then I'm gonna have tables right here, tables and chairs. Again, this will all be undercover, tables and chairs. So lots of eating area, good place to stay dry. Food truck right there. Yes, actually, trying to think of the way the food truck's positioned, they'll just drive up and their truck will be over there, and then they can just back out and go out that way. Okay, so right here in this area, this is going to be the live band. Okay, now the live band won't be here till Saturday night, so we can have temporary seating, lawn chairs, and all kinds of stuff like that up under the shade here. Music and all that kind of stuff. But that will have to be gone for the band. Now the band can set their soundboard and everything up in the power shed side, have the wires running over. That way it stays dry in case it does rain. We don't want them to get their power board and everything. Of course, we've also got the big white tent over there. So that will be where the band is. So food truck, eating, tables, chairs, live band. Now if I come around and look over here, turn around. So if the live band is right here, we're gonna have pop-up tent gazebos built right here. So I think David said he's got a real big one right there in front. So everyone, in case it rains or something, they can be under the shelter, plus to keep the sun in the daytime. Of course, the sun goes down when the band's going. We'll have all the little pop-ups right there. Of course, people sitting over here at these tables can watch the band from the side. We can have some chairs and stuff right here. So lots of open area. Again, the food truck, lots of open area for people to watch the band, entertain, and all that stuff. You can see it's early in the morning still, or not early in the morning, but shade. So we got shade over here in the morning, and which is really nice. But we come up here, again, I'll go over there in a minute. So we got picnic tables right here. The generator is not going to be there, guys. The generator is going to be in that white shed. I'm going to have all cleared up, ventilation, everything. I have all my generators because the ridge crib is going to be right here. So the ridge crib is going to be right there. And then I'm going to have rubberized pavers right here, hot tub right there, and then I'll have a rubberized paver patio area right there. I don't know if I'll have eventually, more long-term, I'll have my grills and stuff right there. Of course, then we have, eating and everything right here. So ridge crib there, hot tub there, rubberized pavers, little patio area. Then we come over here. Auntie Ann's gonna be right back there. Okay, we can have her camper right back there. I could probably put somebody right there too, if they want. Of course, we have our fire pit area and our chairs. So inside there right now are all the solar panels. Solar panels are gonna be on the roof over there. So I'll have a bunch of storage area there. Also, we can have the flaps up and everything. But yeah, generators in there, keeping everything kind of quiet a little bit. I have got to get all this gravel still. Look how much water is right there. Right, so I gotta get all this gravel put up in there. Might work on that today. That might be something I can do today. Gotta get that gravel there done. So let's walk over here. Talk about where we're gonna do the fireworks. So fireworks, again, everybody's sitting over here and all this area. If everybody sat here for the fireworks, we'll shoot the fireworks off down over there, up in the sky. You get a really, really good view of it, right? Okay, so let's walk out here, see how muddy it is. Ugh. Man, we just getting so much rain. But I'm staying working though. Staying working. I'll come up here by the patio. See how my patio's doing. Patio's looking really nice. Foundation, all that water drains out still over here. All right, so we come over here. We got some nice shade and flat area. So right here in that flat area right there is where we're gonna have the bounce house and water slide, okay? Because right over there is the well and the water, and I'll run the hose. Over here, we'll have a generator and power for them. So right over here, we'll have the water slide and the bounce house. Now, all this flat area all the way around there, great for tent campers, right? We got shade in the morning. They can stay cool before they get up. So right now, see how shady this is? This is really nice. And you can see where the sun's at right now. But yeah, they can have a fairly flat area for tent campers over here. all the way around. Now the well is right, see that white pipe sticking up next to the foundation? The well is right there. I'm gonna put some cones up, some barricades so no one drives over my well, like when they're putting the bounce house water slide up right here. I don't want them driving over my well, so we'll get that covered up. Come over here. Yeah, all kinds of tent campers. Of course, you know, if there's not, it's July, so if there's not many tent campers, camper trailers can park up over here, also have their generators and everything. But we can see what everything looks like. Again, food truck, band. We'll have the Ridge crib over there, Auntie Ann. We have parking all right there. Again, it's a little wet right there that, you know, people can put campers. I wouldn't, even when it stops raining for a few days, it's still gonna be a little bit wet down there. So I think we're probably gonna let the fireworks off in this area right here. I might do it in this open area right here. Let's see how we are. Yeah. So if I let the fireworks off here, whoosh, and then everybody can see them very well over there. We actually may do it right here. I don't want to get too close to the tree line. Also, that big tree pile is a burn hazard. We might do it. I'll get a big piece of plywood, make this level. Gotta get it level. Yeah, definitely have to get it level. Get some brick under it and everything. Make a good level platform, and then boof, psh, boof, psh. That would be cool, I think. So, that's pretty much the setup. So I think I've got enough room for everybody. I mean, 100 people. Again, probably less than 100 people. A lot of them be kids and stuff. I think I gotta get mowing. I gotta get the bad boy, mow all this grass, right? Mow all this grass with the bad boy. Definitely not as bad as it was the first time I mowed it. It was more like a field, wasn't it? But it's getting to that point now. But I need it to dry out a lot because it is just muddy. Now, a lot of y'all are saying your erosion in some of these areas. You remember I planted grass and I got, you know, straw and stuff down. This is done fairly well. It's not too bad. I will smooth it out and eventually plant grass and put more straw down. Because right now it's still construction zone, so I'll have trucks and telehandlers and tractors, and, you know, I'll still be messing this yard up. So it's not really a lawn; it's still just a construction zone. Eventually, get rid of those trees. But yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna work out just fine. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Oh, I do have some rebar caps on order for the rebar sticking up on the foundation. I can see it's not rebar. Those are actually the J threaded bolts sticking up for the subfloor, but looks like rebar. But rebar caps do the same thing. So, yeah, tell me down below what you think I'm missing. Oh, trash cans. Some of you also get trash cans. I will make sure we have some depositories for the garbage. Make sure that's taken care of. Let's see, what else was there? Lighting. I've got a bunch of string lights I'm going to put up around the gazebos and the solar carport. Of course, a lot of people will be bringing card tables and all kinds of stuff like that. So we'll have lights set up for everybody to play cards and do all that. And should be pretty nice. Should be pretty nice. We're cutting it close, I know. But I'm doing the best I can by myself. And just staying at it every single day. So hopefully you like today's, oh yeah, that cable right there, that big cable there is going to be from the well over to the white shed where the generator is going to be. I can get that done maybe today as well. So guys, love every single one of you. Hopefully you enjoyed today's walkabout on the ridge to see how things are going to be set up for Freedom Weekend. If you have any comments, suggestions, corrections, let me know down below, and I'll take those into consideration as I'm setting up for Freedom Weekend. So love every single one of you. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Be notified anytime a new video comes out on RidgeLife, RidgeLife Ramblings, RidgeLife Reviews and How-Tos, RidgeLife Lessons, Lessons from the Ridge. So like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. And until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day, and go RidgeLife. Woo! Keep rambling.